Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. Another short video that's just covering some myths, truths, misinformation, and some more updates. Let's dive right in. Let's go. First update, you guys remember when I showed you this picture and on the right you had the man with the camera? Again, the cameraman is on the left. He's following Harry and Meghan. He's not following anybody else. So it's Netflix people. Well, here's another view for those naysayers. If you watch this view, the cameraman is at the bottom of the stairs and he's only taping Harry and Meghan. Another man gets between the cameraman and Harry and Meghan, and as they turn the corner, he realizes it and steps aside. Watch this.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
The film crew was seen setting up and filming and even joined them in the van that took them to the Veterans Gala. And then the next day, remember I showed you guys that they were on the New Jersey Army base? Well, yes, the camera crew went there with them as well. They were taping everywhere. They were trying to hide the equipment under coats and bags when they were leaving the place where they were staying while they were in New York, unsuccessfully, I might add. So as I've stated before, anytime they do anything, it turns into something for self-promotion. They never do anything selflessly. It's always something to promote them. All right, moving on. This next update is on Harry and Meghan's litigious nature. We know that they like to sue everybody for everything. So do you guys remember when this picture was taken of Meghan supposedly carrying Archie, and all they did was take a picture of the back of the kid's head in a public park, I might add, and she sued them? Does anybody else notice, or did anybody else happen to notice, that Harry and Meghan never sued the paparazzi that took this full frontal photo of their son while he was quote unquote being taken to school, and it was placed online 20 minutes before Prince Louis's birthday announcement was released by the palace? Anybody else find that odd? I mean, of course, the Sugars went, well, they can't help it if the paparazzi does this. No, but they could sue over it, and notice they haven't. And that tells me that they were in cahoots with the photographer. There's no other explanation for this. Okay, moving on. Now remember, you can't start a lawsuit unless you have clean hands. That's one of the reasons why this lawsuit that's going on in the UK is coming back to bite them in the rear end. Only Harry and Meghan could perjure themselves to a court of law and then sue. And now they're being found out. You just can't make it up. I mean, Harry released a report on the avalanche of misinformation and calls for accountability for super spreaders of online lies. Who was the super spreader of several proven myths, truths during their interview with Oprah, and who forgot, I'm air quoting here, who forgot to give evidence to a court of law? Who was allowing the show The Crown to spread misinformation about his mom and not addressing the Diana show, which just went on Netflix, which basically says that his mother used HIV patients for nothing more than publicity? I think that these two think that because of their status, they are protected from rules and laws that the rest of us are supposed to follow. Yeah, these two are not the warriors of misinformation. Here's some more information that the PR team, I believe, is putting out, that when Catherine and William visit the United States next year, they're going to go stay at Harry and Meghan's house. No. I personally doubt that they'll ever meet. Here's some more misinformation that recently came out. Prince Charles was given holy water to take back for the baptism of Lilibet. Seeing as how Harry and Charles are not even on speaking terms at this time, I sincerely doubt that Charles is getting holy water, although he may want to put it in a bottle and spray Meghan with it. Let's see if it burns. Now, do I believe this article that he was given holy water for baptism of future royal babies? Yes, because they are dipped in the water from Jordan. But this water is not for Harry and Meghan's child. Sorry. Quite frankly, seeing as how they don't go to church, I don't even know that they're going to bother to baptize their daughter. If they were going to a church somewhere, it would have come out by now. I'm very happy to report that the Queen returned to what they're terming as a light duty, because at Windsor Castle she received General Sir Nicholas Carter because he was retiring as the UK's Chief of Defence Staff. She looked absolutely lovely. They had a wonderful conversation and she looked pretty good to me. The next thing that happened was I started looking at Oprah. And I found this online, and I found it to be very prophetic. Here's a woman who's a billionaire who lectures everybody on income equality. She gets weight loss advice while she herself has weight issues, and now she's getting money off of Weight Watchers, right? She's giving marriage advice, but she's not married. She's giving parental advice, but she doesn't have children. She has no experience in politics, but she tells you who you should vote for. And then the more I looked at it, the more that kind of irritated me. So you guys know I read CJ Hawkins. She does great blogs, and she did one called Say You're Sorry, Oprah. It's a very interesting read, and it points out that Oprah is supposed to be one of the world's finest female journalists, but she literally lost her credibility since she did that interview with Harry and Meghan. Oprah has gone through, as far as we can tell, she's gone through all her social media and scrubbed any mention of the Sussexes off of her Twitter feed. And it's just so telling. It's an excellent read. I highly recommend it. The link to it will be in the box above. And basically, it's not that big of a deal to apologize. Even rich people cannot escape criticism. Well said. Next up, I'm showing you guys that there is a change.org petition to cancel Harry's special U.S. visa, which is the only reason he's allowed to stay in the United States and create all these problems. He's nobody special. He's not a member of the royal family anymore. He's not a working member. He should be made to get a regular U.S. citizenship or a regular U.S. visa like everybody else. I recommend you go to that website and sign the petition. A little bit more information. Meghan made her way onto the show with Ellen DeGeneres, which I find very interesting because let's not forget that this is Ellen's last season. She's being forced out because she was accused of bullying her staff. And now she's Meghan's neighbor. And remember, they're trying to rebrand Meghan and make her more down to earth. And so she tells this story about how she used to come on the lot and she couldn't get in the passenger or the driver door. And so she used to crawl through the trunk and she's laughing and giggling like a schoolgirl. Yeah, no. All right, moving on. So essentially, they went from Oprah's chair to Ellen's couch. Yeah, how the mighty have fallen. And finally, remember how Meghan wanted the newspaper to run like a full-page ad for 6 months with an apology on it? Well, somebody on Twitter put this up as their idea of an apology for Meghan. I think it's perfect. And I'm going to give you my prediction now for what's going to happen in court. I think I've done it once before, but I'm going to do it again. My prediction is that the appeal will go forward, at which time Meghan will withdraw her complaint against the newspaper. With that, the newspaper is going to sue them for their attorney's fees and demand an apology for a frivolous lawsuit. And Meghan and Harry are going to end up losing a lot of money. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You cannot sue unless you have what they call clean hands. One other little piece of information I wanted to throw in there. The Aspen Disinformation Group, the one that Harry is working with, includes the Twitter executive who censored Hunter Biden's story. Is it just me, or have you guys noticed that everybody who wants to censor everybody and who wants to stop disinformation is guilty of it themselves? And I'm going to end this video with a tweet from Royally Blunt. People are having a hard time calling Meghan Markle a liar, even with the evidence, but they had no problem calling the royal family a racist with none. All right, I would love to hear your comments about everything we've covered in this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be notified when I have future uploads. You can follow me on Twitter. You can email me. To those of you who have donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.